Learn English pronunciation with no native speaker. With me, I am no native speaker. You cannot learn pronunciation from me, but you can learn pronunciation with me. I learn pronunciation. I'm learning pronunciation English. And if you are learning also, it is maybe for you is very interesting to listen how spoke I. People always, and I am also, ask myself, people ask themselves, how many times I need to speak fluently, confidently, maybe like native speaker, and thus I can speak like native speaker, and how long time I must learn every day, or precisely to be how much time I must invest continuously. Does it 6 months, 1 year, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years? And the response of AJ Hodge also, native speaker teachers respond, they don't know because there is a lot of variable. How much you know before start learning, before start intensive learning, what is your motive, what is your deep motive, do you like process of learning, how many hours daily learn, 2 hours or 10 hours daily, and etc. They spoke that age, that people learn in every ages. But AJ Hodge, when I last listened to him, said that child, when start learning second language, they spoke like native. But all people can take level where is flow, confident, and very satisfied with his pronunciation. And there is one thing also, what one times I must ask AJ Hodge, or find some discuss about that. What is about personality in mother language and personality in second language? Can I change my personality? Because every of us, when I talk story, talk differently. Talk differently. Not everybody bold or accented or high voices, same part of sentence, same part in paragraph, and we don't speak same speed, we don't speak same color of our voice, and etc. There is a lot of variables, and I see now that how I spoke in my mother language, I told story in second, in English language, and people say, oh, what is wrong accent? But they write, but does it important? Does it important? It is one thing, but second, my accent now is like that, and I ask myself, how will be my accent till 1, 2, 3 next years when I was listening 10 years after 5 years, 6 years? What will be with my accent? Because I completely give free my brain that he govern my process of learning. I'm not forcing my brain that he must memorize like that. No, I walking and listening, and brain and that listening. A lot of times, same thing, listening. It is process of automatically between my brain and that source voice is what I listening. And I speak that because a lot of question there is how long time we need to speak fluently, and we find that fluently, confidently don't mean master. And we must ask, what is master speaking? Master speaking would be spoke like native. And is it possible? I listen some non-native what spoke for me like native, and it is possible. But does it possible for my ears? Because I starting pronounce, but I am in English a lot of time. I start learn pronounce like that when I was 65, and now I am 69. And because of that, my channel, I share in this my channel my ages, how I learn, how many hours I learning till now pronounce, and spoke all variables that you can see result of that. You can see now in live my speaking, my talking, which kind of my talking, how I talk now, how I am talking now, my accent, my rhythm, my expressions, my emotions, you all that see and know all variables and know that I spoke like that after that times, after that hours, after 4,000 hours of listening every day, 2 hours, every day 3 hours, and more. But in average 3 hours, because 2 hours walking and a lot of hours on the desktop listening TED and other content, AJ Hodge also, etc. Second thing, it was first thing, it was introduction in this video. I hope introduction will be bigger than this part of video in continue. I want to speak in this video about what is real, why am I exactly learning English? First, because I'm learning English, first answer, I'm learning English because I want create courses of IT programming, courses in English, upload on platforms on internet and sell them. Why want I to create courses in English? I want to create courses in English because there is no public public. I have not public in my mother language, in Croatian language, because all people know English and learn content from English, because it is free content on internet, and because there is a lot of daily, lot of new contents, excellent contents in all kind of programming, all kind of IT and the IT industry. My response is because I have not public in my mother language, and question is why I have not public in my mother language, because I have not public in my mother language, Croatian language, because all people who want to learn program, learning from English content. They know English language, and there is a lot of excellent content in English language. And I must say also that I love English language. I've fallen in love with English language, and I enjoy learn English language. I enjoy create courses in English language. It is big challenging to have access in business, access to market of 2 billion people. 2 billion people know English, 2 billion people and maybe more have access to internet. And my content will go to all continents, all villages in the world. And that accessibility is something impressive. And education is work with people. I connect with my students, spoke with students, help my students. Every question of my students is give me idea for respond. Let's respond, like all teachers know, is not always same, because it depends about student, and that my respond, every respond what I create, and if that response success, it is that response success helped students, it is a big advancing of me, big learning of me, to me. And in connection and the respond and the create the content and feedback, all that process of education is something very exciting, and I enjoy work that, and it's all. I like process of the question. I like to be author of contents, educational content, and I like to be in business. I can say that 3 topics in my social network, or in my interest area. It is education, business, and business is all marketing, management, etc. And the third is digital industry, better business in digital industry, and the digital industry development, concretely IT, internet technology. And I like in all that area to be active, and it is very interesting that it must not be only free, my activity, it is possible have some income for all that. And all that is very interesting, because earning success to have income is also some challenging today. To success to have income from internet, because internet, every minute there is a new 400 minutes, 400, no minutes, 400 hours new content. 400 hours new contents every minute in YouTube. And it is a lot of contents, but people have always, every man have always 24 hours. And because of that, a lot of contents means that every author in internet will have smaller and smaller part of view, smaller and smaller, fewer and fewer community, fewer and fewer subscribers, fewer and fewer followers. And in that concurrence, all authors in the internet fall in category of long tail. And what is income in that long tail? Long tail means that there is somebody hits somebody what it hits, but that hits, that's very high visibility, a lot of authors who have a lot of millions followers. A question is how it is stability and how much income for that, and how author feeling in that process, because some author in that situation have obligation to maintenance that millions followers. He have obligations. He must. He feeling that he must. They must create content, better tools, better technology, better video, better photography studio, engage employees around themselves, and go in big expenses, but also there is no, it is question how it is pressure. It is very big pressure on that people, and all aspects between millions followers and 100 followers, like I have. All the process between that, it's interesting for me, because you are in that and you govern you govern with your yourself resources, how much and what engage in your process. And all that time, every author learn a lot of